This is how you do a live action anime adaptation, people. Pay attention. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now today I went to see the movie Kite. This is a movie which came out this week, I thought, but now I'm finding it online other places, so yeah, I don't know if this is new or not, but I'm going to review it because I want to see it. The movie is an adaptation, a live-action adaptation of a Japanese anime which came out in the early 90s, I believe. It's about 40 minutes long in its anime format, and then this movie is an hour and 40 minutes long. So it expands on some things, and it does things a little bit differently as an anime. I did watch the anime, so I do have some knowledge of it before going into it, but let's talk about this movie. The film stars India Eastley as a woman named Sawa. As a child, Sawa's parents were killed by an unknown assailant, and so she has made it her life goal to figure out who was the person who killed her parents and bring that person to justice. And so throughout the movie, she is hunting down this person, going up the ranks of a huge gang and trying to figure out who was the one responsible for this. Kelly McAuliffe, he plays Obery. He is a guy who knew Sawa as a child, and he has his own little fighting style as well. He's kind of watching over her, trying to help her out as best as he can, and he has an interesting role to play in the film as well. And then lastly, Samuel L. Jackson is in this movie. This is kind of the big name, which has made this movie kind of stand out a little bit, and he plays Carl. He's a person who is a detective in the police force, and he is also someone who is kind of a mentor to Sawa as she is growing up. The movie starts out with Sawa killing a guy. It shows that she has this gun which shoots bullets, which causes people's heads to explode pretty much. The gore in this movie is a lot more contained than it is in the anime, which is kind of a given because you can do a lot more Japanese anime than you can with live action footage. But as a whole, this live action version does a very nice job adapting to the anime, in my opinion. Yes, it does change some things and expand on some things and leaves some stuff out, but it does have the core key components. It doesn't really change the story as it is very much, and I honestly found myself enjoying the movie a lot more than some people are apparently liking it. It has 0% Rotten Tomatoes somehow. I don't understand that. The action scenes in this movie are also really, really cool to watch and look at because they are really well choreographed and they look really, really neat, especially with the guns going and just the different ways that Sawa is able to kill these people. They're just really cool action scenes to watch, and they do make the movie really, really neat. This is a society where the government has collapsed and the banks have shut down, so it's basically mob and crime driven, and so the police force, I don't know how there's a police force in this place when there's no government, but there's a police force. So that is kind of the setting for this movie, is that it's very broken. It's very Kill with a Shotgun-y, in my opinion. That's kind of what the movie reminded me of. And because of that reason, I do think this movie will eventually become a cult classic because it kind of has a lot of those vibes to it. Is it the best movie in the world? Not in the slightest, but it is a fun, enjoyable movie. And part of that is attributed to the good acting in this movie. India does a really nice job in the movie as Sawa. I thought that she really stood out in the role, and you could tell that she had a good time with it and was able to really get into the character. Samuel L. Jackson, this movie, is his best acting? No, but it's really, really good regardless. And I don't know why people are hating on this movie, honestly. My only real issues were that it does change some things from the anime, which I was able to notice and just bugged me a very, very small amount. And then there are some slower scenes in this movie as well. So besides that, this movie is fine. I think that it's a good adaptation. I think it's a fun movie to sit down and watch. It's only an hour and a half roughly, so it's not that much time to do. And I found myself really enjoying the movie. I walked out of it very satisfied with it. I thought the ending was a tad cheesy, but I thought that it worked well, I thought. And I definitely recommend going to see it if it's available at your theater. Apparently it's also available to download on Amazon, which I didn't know before going to see it in the theater. But that's my thoughts on Kite. I definitely recommend going to see it if you have the opportunity. It's definitely worth your time. Especially if you're a fan of the anime, I think that you'll really enjoy it. So, let me know what you thought of Kite down in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it a lot more than I did? Let me know. Also, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.